What's going on, everybody? It's Raymond and Scar here with another episode of the Brew Sportscast.
What's up,
What's
man?
that say?
It's a new
brand?
brewing company I found.
Wow.
So what's going on?
Did it taste good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like man.
All right. Well, not much is going on. As you guys can tell, we've got some jerseys. They say the Brew
Hell yeah!
Dudes.
Can you see my back?
Yeah, they got 19 and Scar on the back, and mine has 30 and Raymond. So
That's right. Brew Dudes are official now with gear.
Yep. Eventually, we'll have shirts or hats or something like that. Maybe koozies.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like these jerseys though. They're comfortable, man.
Yeah, it's
They're
very
legit.
comfortable. I've got an undershirt on, but it's very comfortable.
Yeah.
All right. So tonight we preview the NFC East.
Yep.
And what four teams are in the NFC East?
Dallas Cowboys, New York Giants, Philadelphia Eagles, and the Washington Commanders.
Yep. All right. Let's get started. Let's start with, them sorry Cowboys.
All right, America's team.
Oh, great.
So
Before we start, I saw something on Twitter that Dak Prescott said he was going to throw less than 10 interceptions this year.
wow, way to steal my thunder, dude. I literally wrote that down to share.
Really? That's funny.
Yep. That's where
funny.
I wrote
I don't see that happening.
First line, Dak said he's going to throw less than 10 interceptions this season. He's thrown 25 over the last 2 seasons.
What's that? That's like 12 and a half. That's 12 and a half interceptions. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so we'll see how he performs.
Yeah.
I don't see him throwing less than 10 interceptions either, but if he performs how he's going to say, then he might be that fantasy quarterback like Adam always used to rely on.
Yeah. That could be true. I don't see him as a QB1 in fantasy, but he's there. He's up there.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Hurts is my keeper in fantasy, so he'd be a good little backup.
Yeah. Dak is a solid backup for a bye week or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so running backs are solid. They don't need Zeke.
No, but
Tony
you know
Pollard.
what? They might bring Zeke back on a 1-year deal.
Huh.
To sit him behind Pollard.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Sorry, guys. He's at work today.
It was my mom calling. My dad answered it.
It's funny. Your mom calls all the time during stuff that we do.
At least it's not like that one time. Remember one of the first episodes when I was recording in my room, and when she walked in the door, she could only see my head leaning forward, and she's like, "Are you naked?
Are you naked?" Yeah.
Oh,
that
man.
was funny.
But so yeah, it's Tony Pollard's time to shine, and then they got Malik Davis and Ronald Jones behind him. So,
while we're talking about Pollard, he might hold out for a contract.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, him and Saquon, and there's one other one that might hold out for a bigger contract. Yeah.
Wow.
So a lot of fantasy implications there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their wide receivers, who do they have besides CeeDee Lamb?
Their wide receiver group is nice. They got CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, and they added Brandon Cooks.
Okay. Cooks is a little old, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. They lost Dalton Schultz at tight end.
Yeah, I forget where he went, but I knew they. Yeah.
Yep. They have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL.
Yeah, they always will. They will always have one of the best offensive lines.
Yeah. And their Bleacher Report ranked them 5th overall offensive-wise.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
they're really high on Dallas this year.
Yep.
Wow. We'll see. They'll always find a way to choke.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
their defense is pretty stacked. So
Yeah, they were. Sportsnot has them ranked number 3 on defense.
oh wow.
Yeah, so Dallas is ranked pretty high offensively and defensively. I mean, they're stacked with stars on defense. You got Demarcus Lawrence, Mozzie Smith, Micah Parsons, Leighton Vander Esch,
Yep.
Stephon Gilmore, Trevon Diggs. Like,
Yeah, they got a stout defense. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. That's crazy.
yeah,
What do you have them doing? Oh no, I
yeah,
keep forgetting. We
Eh,
talk about the teams. We talk about the
yeah,
teams and then do the records.
yeah. And their defense. So their pass defense or pressure rise, defensive line. Sorry. Last season they led the NFL in pressure rate. They were ranked third in sacks and allowed the 6th fewest points per game.
Interesting. They allowed 40 to Jacksonville.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's
That's the
Jacksonville.
Jags.
Team can't
That's
help that.
yeah, right. Um Interesting. Yeah, Dallas could be good this year. I don't see them being that good, but they'll be good.
I think you'll be surprised by the record that I
Yeah,
have.
I'm sort of shocked with how high everybody is on Dallas. I'm shocked that I have them what I have, you know.
Yeah.
But it's Dallas, and that's why I have them what I have. So we'll
Yeah.
see. On to New York, right?
Yep. New York Giants. Um, Two things. First off, offensively, they have a pretty good quarterback, Daniel
Average.
Jones.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
average.
then solid running back.
Who might hold out all year? We'll see.
I doubt he'll hold out all year, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I said they have a decent wide receiver group. Darius Slayton, Paris Campbell, Sterling Shepard, Isaiah Hodgins. And do you know anything about Jalen Hyatt from Tennessee?
He was very good.
Okay, I'm just
I,
wondering how he's going to do.
very athletic. Yeah. He'll be a solid wide receiver.
Yeah, he's number 4 on their depth chart right
I
now.
feel like Sterling Shepard should have done retired. Like I don't know how long he's been in the league,
Yeah.
but
He's actually number like 5 or 6 on their depth chart.
yeah. See, he's yeah.
Their depth chart, their top 3 are Isaiah Hodgins, Darius Slayton, and Paris Campbell. Jalen Hyatt. Then it has Jalen Hyatt and Sterling Shepard behind them.
Wow, a rookie over him. Wow,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I wrote
what?
tight end upgrade alert with an exclamation point.
Who do they have? Oh, that's
Darren
right.
Waller.
Yeah, Darren Waller. Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I read the other day that the Raiders traded him because his all his injuries.
Uh,
That's the main reason why they got rid of him.
yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Bleacher
What about
Report has them ranked 17th offensive wise.
an offense? I can see that. An average team, not
Yeah.
really good, not really bad, not bad, but right in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah. Defensive, they're ranked 23rd by Sportsnot.
Okay, so
So,
not very good.
yeah. But they do have their one good thing about their defense is they have a great defense line against the pass. So they got Kayvon Thibodeau, Dexter
Yeah.
Lawrence, Leonard Williams, and Ozzie Ajulari,
Okay.
if I say that right. They had the 5th highest pass rush win rate and were ranked 6th in the pressure rate.
Okay.
But
Decent.
where they struggle is against the run. So they allowed 5.2 yards per carry and 144.2 rushing yards per game. And then their cornerback unit is pretty weak. They're ranked 22nd in the NFL.
And this is last year rushing, allowing
Yeah.
144 yards.
Yeah.
Huh. I won't be using their defense in fantasy.
Yeah, so they're really good at pressuring the quarterback, but they just can't seem to stop the run.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. This division, it wasn't really tough, but I mean, There's three good teams in this division, in my opinion.
Three good?
Three good, not great. One great, two good, one bad. Let's
See,
just say.
I'm looking at one team a lot differently this year, and I have two great teams in this division and one good.
And one bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
I
horrible.
think I know where we're going with this. Yeah. Let's just go on to Philly.
All right.
Let's just say we're going
Speaking
to
of
move on to
horrible,
Philadelphia Bulldogs because their whole defense is Georgia Bulldogs.
yeah, speaking of horrible, let's move on to Philly.
Yeah. Nobody chokes in the Super Bowl like they did.
So they have an excellent dual threat quarterback, Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
My fantasy keeper.
I can't wait to see where you put him in our QB rankings in the future weeks.
Yeah, I was right about him this last year when Sam and all them were talking crap about how high I had him ranked above Lamar and all that.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be right.
Yeah. Let's see if you can do
But
it 2 years in a row.
we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Running back room is stacked. They got DeAndre Swift, Rashad Penny, Kenneth Gainwell, and Boston Scott.
Yeah.
The depth there is insane. I mean, any one of those running backs could handle starting duties if anybody gets injured.
Yeah, their running game last year really aggravated me because, with how good Philly was and playing prize picks, you would pick A.J. Brown or Jalen Hurts to throw for so many yards in prize
Yeah.
picks, and they would just hand the ball off. They would get a good lead and just run the ball.
Yeah.
So frustrating.
Yeah.
But
Can't wait to start prize picks again for the NFL.
Yeah. They did it really well. So, and
wide receivers are good, or great, I should say. They have one of the best wide receiver tandems in the NFL with A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith.
yeah.
I didn't write down the other receivers behind them, but they had some.
You don't need to. You don't need to.
Yeah.
That's all they need right there. Them two. It's
Yeah.
them two in the running game.
And
Tight ends.
well, they have a stud at tight end. They have one of the
Yes.
best tight ends in the league, Dallas Goedert.
I wouldn't say one. Yeah, he's
I
up
said
there.
one of the best.
Yes.
I'd put him top 5.
Well, that's another debate for another day.
You wouldn't put Dallas Goedert top 5.
I have to look at all the tight ends. That's a debate for another day.
All right. Great O line, of course, led by Jason Kelsey.
And Kelsey.
Yeah. Their offense was ranked number 3 by Bleacher Report.
I can see that. What was their defense ranked?
Defense is ranked number 2.
Yeah.
And they're stacked with players as well. You got Jalen Carter, Fletcher Cox, Josh Sweat, Hassan Reddick, James Bradbury, Terrell Edmonds, Reed Blankenship, and Darius Slay.
I remember when Slay we tried to get Slay to come here. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He just had some beef recently on Twitter with somebody.
Really?
Yeah, I forget. It might have been Justin Jefferson or something. It was some receivers on a different team talking about, I don't know, they were going back and forth.
Did you see while we're talking about beef right now between players, did you see the beef between it was Mahomes, Chase, and Burrow? Them three?
No.
Chase came out and said Burrow was better than Mahomes.
Oh, nice.
No, I'm sorry. I forget it. But there was something. I don't remember. I wish I remembered.
A great
news update. It was crazy. Schefter. It was crazy. Mahomes, huh?
It's a great news update, Schefter.
Yeah. No, no, Jamar was like, Pat who? And then Patrick tweeted out a photo with him holding his 2 rings and said, that's who.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay. But Who do you think's better, Pat Mahomes or Burrow?
Mahomes.
Yeah, it's close.
I
But
would
that's huh?
I would trust Mahomes, and I would trust Mahomes more in pressure situations where he can make things happen on the move.
Right. With a
Burrow
hurt
can
ankle. Yeah.
move too, but I mean Mahomes. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to Philly. We got off track there for a little bit.
All right, so stacked with players. So interesting, their defensive line. So they're the fourth team in NFL history to record 70 sacks in a season.
Yeah, that was insane. That was insane
And
last
then
year.
even crazier, they're the first team in NFL history to have four players with double-digit sacks.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
insane. I
yeah,
remember watching the Jags play with them last year, and Trevor just got just pounded with pressure all game long.
yeah, yeah. That was an aggravating game.
It was. We had it right there. We had them.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry,
All right.
we'll get revenge this year.
Yeah, in the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's move on to Washington.
Washington. Uh, Quarterback situation is iffy.
Sam Howell.
Yeah, Sam Howell, Jacoby Brissett, and Jake Fromm. So
Yeah. Sam
we'll
Howell's going to
see.
win starting. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes throughout the season. What changes are made there, if any.
Yeah.
And
I have them going 17-0.
yeah. They got some solid running backs: Brian Robinson Jr. and Antonio Gibson. Antonio Gibson, I saw something that he was talking about how he wants to this year he wants to be a or get back into his form or be a better pass catcher or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gibson is a solid player for fantasy, like for a flex.
Yeah, last year it didn't perform as great as expected.
Yeah.
Like the year before, like, you know,
Right.
he was the man.
Right.
He fell off a little bit last year, but we'll see if he gets back into it this year.
In form. Yeah. We'll see.
They got some good receivers. Um, they got Terry McLaurin, Jahan
McLaurin. Yeah.
Dotson, and then
Mm-hmm.
Curtis Samuel.
Okay, that's solid. That's solid wide receivers.
Yeah. Um,
Really, it's
yeah.
only quarterback is the question mark.
Mm-hmm. And then
Man, that
decent
must be a really good
tight
drink
end.
if you keep drinking it.
Yeah. Decent tight end Logan Thomas.
Yeah. And they still have on defense. What's his name?
Chase Young.
Yeah. Yeah, they still have Chase Young. I think they
Yeah.
might get
Their offense is ranked 25th. Defense is ranked 8th.
okay.
And all I wrote about their defense is a big part of the defense being top 10 is on how Chase Young performs.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
How much he gets to the quarterback.
yeah.
So they did beat Philly last year in Philly.
Yeah, I mean, you're bound for an upset or whatever
Yeah.
here or there.
Yep. All right. You want to go get on with their records and what we have them doing?
Yep.
Let's start
I'm
with
going to let you
Dallas.
start first with Dallas.
All right, Dallas. I have them going 11-6, 3-3 in the division.
Dang, 3-3 in the division?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. You're going to be shocked what I have.
You probably have them going like 14-3.
I have them going 13-4 and 5-1 in the division. Their
Losing
one
to who in
loss.
the division?
Their one loss in Philly.
In Philly. I have them losing in Philly. I have the Giants beating them in Dallas.
Their 4 losses I have is second game of the season against the Jets, in San Francisco, in Philly, and in Buffalo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have San Francisco wiping out this whole division.
Wow.
Yeah. But yep, 11-6 on my end.
Yep.
I think you're going to be shocked with New York, what I have with New York. And I think
Okay.
I shocked myself too when I wrote this down.
All
But
right.
I have
All
the
right. So,
Giants.
all right.
Huh? You want me to go?
I mean, I was supposed to, but it don't matter.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. You go. We'll
All
rotate.
right. The Giants, I have them going 7-10 and 2-4 in the division. I have
Okay.
them, yeah, beating in the division. I have them beating Washington and Philly last game of the season.
That's funny. I have them beating Philly in the last game of the season, and I think we know why. We both have the
Yeah.
same reasoning.
Yeah.
So, but I have the Giants going 10-7 and 3-3.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see.
10-7.
Yeah. The
Any
Giants
big
are.
upsets in there?
Oh, I don't think so. No, no big upset.
Okay.
I mean, besides Dallas, I haven't beating Dallas in Dallas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and New York and Philly at the end of the year. Yeah. But that's
All
it.
right.
10-7 for the Giants. For the
Opposite
G
of me,
man.
7-10.
Yep.
All right. What you
On to
got for Philly?
man. I was looking at their schedule as I wrote it out, and as I picked the team to win, I did them all 17 games, and then I looked at it and I saw Philly almost all the way down, and I was like, "What? Let me look at this again and just see."
Yeah.
So I have Philly going 15-2, 4-2 in the division.
Wow. One game off from me. I have them going 14-3, 4-2 in the division.
Okay, who do you have them
Um,
losing to?
I have them losing to San Francisco, in Dallas, and then to the Giants the last game of the season.
You know how bad I wanted to pick San Francisco against Philly. I just couldn't do it yet. You know, but I have them losing to Dallas and the Giants. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. And both of those
Pretty close.
games are away.
Yeah. And so I think we know why we picked Giants last game of the season because we
Yeah.
both have them
They'll
sitting
have.
players.
They'll most likely. I don't see anybody that can contend with them in the NFC. They'll
Yeah.
most likely have the number one seed again.
I think the best. Well, there's two teams I have in mind to contend with them.
Yeah.
I'm
Who are they?
thinking San Fran possibly,
Oh yeah.
and in their own division, Dallas.
Yep. We do San Francisco's division next week.
Yeah, but I have Dallas being like a big contender. Um, I think they're going to perform a lot better than last year.
We'll see. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but I have hate for Dallas, and I have no why. I don't know why.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So I have them 15-2, 4-2, and you have 14-3.
Yep. Yep.
Cool. All right. On to Washington.
All right. So I have them 4-13 and 1-5 in the division.
Okay, we're one game difference. I have them going 5-12, 2-4 in the division.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're 4 wins. I have them winning the first game of the season against Arizona, and then I have them losing. I have them going on an 8-loss winning or losing streak, and
Really?
then I have them beaten. I have them winning in Seattle. I have them winning against the Giants, so back-to-back wins, and then I have them winning in Los Angeles against the Rams.
See, I'm not there yet. I still think the Rams are decent.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
What do
My
you?
five win. Huh? Did you say
Oh
something?
yeah. No, I was gonna say, what are your 5 wins?
Yeah. I was. Let's see here. They are Chicago, Atlanta. Um, one at the one with the Giants, and Dallas at the end of the season.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure why I picked them to beat Atlanta when Atlanta is going to be a decent team.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
So your final NFC East standings for 2023 are.
So the division winner is Philly. Dallas coming in a close second by 1 game, and then the Giants, and then Washington.
Yeah, that's the same with me. I have Philly, Dallas, New York, and Washington, but I have Philly winning the division with a 4-game lead.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
yep. So next week we will do the NFC West.
Yep.
And that's it for all the division previews. I
Now,
think.
Are we gonna do in the same episode covering like conference winners and Super Bowl winner, or are we gonna do that in a separate episode?
Well, that's where I was going with you next. I was like, we could do the NFC West, and then after that, we can do AFC playoff picture and NFC playoff picture, and then call it an episode. And then the following week, we start with our top tens, or next week we start with our top tens and the playoff pick. Oh no, I'm sorry. After next week, the following time we record, we'll do the division winners or whatever, and then top
How
10.
many weeks do we have?
Oh shoot, dude! Preseason's like in a month, so we have at least 8 or 9 more weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, we have plenty of time, and I mean, if we can double up on an episode, shoot, we can do 2 top 10s, one episode, and then do or all four, or do 2 and 2. You know?
Right. When we cover like the top 10 players, I don't think that will take too much time.
No, but there could be a lot of debate in it.
Yeah.
So
So maybe we do NFC West next week. Just leave it
yeah,
at just that.
okay,
The following week we do the playoff pictures. I say we do the conference winners for both the conferences and the Super Bowl winners in one episode,
okay,
because that's not going to take that long. We've already
okay.
discussed all these teams and their players
Yeah,
by then, so we're
I've already
literally just talking about.
yeah, I've already
And
got my
then
playoff teams for the AFC written down.
yeah, and
So
then we can do maybe one episode of. Are we just going to do quarterback, tight running back, tight end, and wide receiver for the top
yes,
10?
right,
So we can do 1 week of quarterback, running back,
right.
and then 1 week of top 10 wide receiver, tight end.
And guys, these are going to be based off of, do we want to do fantasy or do we want to just do
No, no,
overall?
these are fantasy.
Okay, this is when we start getting into our fantasy
Anybody
stuff.
we can anybody can look at. Well, actually, never mind. But anyways, no, that when we're doing top 10, that is for fantasy purposes.
Yeah,
We're talking about fantasy points.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right around the corner. Our draft should be starting soon.
Yep. Ours
You
is
and I gotta
my
get.
league
You and I
is
gotta. Huh?
my league is what, September
Second or third?
2nd.
Right.
It's a Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah. You and I gotta get together and do or find some time to do a practice auction draft. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Never done those before.
Yep.
Yep. All right, guys. So until next week, I'm Raymond.
I'm Scar. This is the Brew Dude Sportscast.
Until next time.
Keep it brewing.
All right, I'll call you real quick.
All right.